Long before kingdoms rose and fell, before iron kissed the earth, before the drums of Oyo echoed across the savannah, the sky belonged to Sango. Thunder was his voice, lightning was his anger, and fire was the mark he left wherever he walked. But Sango was not born a god. He became one, through glory, through tragedy, through fire that could not be extinguished. Sango was born during a storm so fierce that even the elders trembled. The clouds tore open like they were giving birth to a king. Thunder rolled across the heavens, shaking the roofs of houses. Lightning danced around the hut where his mother labored, illuminating the night like 1,000 torches. When Sango finally cried his first cry, a bolt of lightning struck a nearby tree. The elders whispered, "This child does not belong entirely to the earth." He grew quickly, taller, stronger, fiercer than other children. He had eyes that burned like coals, and when he grew angry, sparks flickered at his fingertips. But he was not cruel, just powerful, too powerful to contain. When he became a man, Sango rose as the fourth Alaafin of Oyo, a mighty kingdom of warriors, traders, and scholars. He was a king of unmatched charisma. His voice commanded loyalty. His presence inspired fear in enemies. His strength made him legendary. Sango introduced new battle tactics. He expanded Oyo's influence. He made the city flourish with wealth and prestige. But there was a darkness within him, a fierce temper that could shake even the bravest warriors. When he spoke in anger, lamps flickered. When he shouted, the ground trembled. Sometimes fire burst from his mouth in streaks, an omen the priests could not explain. Sango had 3 wives, and each shaped his destiny. 1. Oya, fierce, loyal, unpredictable. She matched his fire with stormy winds of her own. She was his favorite. 2. Oba, gentle, loving, steady. She brought him peace, but suffered from jealousy of Oya. 3. Oshun, graceful, wise, enchanting. She soothed him with sweetness when his temper rose. Their rivalries, passions, and heartbreaks entwined themselves into the roots of Sango's fate. But it was Oya, the warrior queen, who walked closest with him through fire. Sango sought greater power than any king before him. He journeyed into the deep forests to learn from the Babalawo, the mystic priests. They taught him spells, incantations, and ancient secrets. But the greatest knowledge came from a man named Timi of Ede, a sorcerer feared by all. From Timi, Sango learned how to command lightning, how to bend thunder to his will. Some say this knowledge corrupted him, others say it completed him. But everyone agreed. No king had ever wielded such destructive power. Sango's enemies multiplied. Jealous chiefs plotted against him. Advisors whispered lies. Old friends turned traitor. In a moment of fury, some say by accident, some say by magic, Sango unleashed a storm within the palace. Lightning struck, thunder roared. Several of his own warriors fell. When the air cleared, the palace was filled with smoke. And Sango's people were afraid of him. The same power that made him great had betrayed him. Whispers spread. Our king has burned his own house. His fire has consumed the innocent. He is no longer a man. Sango fled the palace in shame, accompanied only by Oya. Sango traveled until he reached a great rocky hill called Koso. There he stood at the edge of a towering cliff, thunder rolling behind him like drums bidding farewell. His heart was heavy. His power tormented him. His people feared him. And so, they say, in sorrow and regret, Sango leaped. Lightning split the sky the moment he vanished from sight. The earth trembled. The winds cried out. A fire burst from the cliffs that burned for 7 days. The people mourned. The king is gone, The fire has died, the thunder has fallen silent. But they were wrong, very wrong. 14 days after Sango vanished, storms gathered over Oyo like armies in the heavens. Thunder rumbled with a voice the villagers recognized. Lightning carved the sky with fiery symbols they remembered. Oya, filled with grief, cried out, "Sango is not dead. He has become more than a king." Then the sky split open, and from the roaring thunder came a presence, a force, a power so overwhelming that everyone fell to their knees. The priests proclaimed, "Sango has ascended. He is no longer a man. He is the god of thunder, fire, and justice." From that day on, lightning bolt strikes were called Sango's breath. Thunder roars were Sango's footsteps. Firestorms were Sango's anger. Sacred red and white became his colors. The double-headed axe became his symbol. Drumming in storms became his worship. Sango's presence was felt in every storm, every battle, every oath of justice. And Oya, his fiercest companion, became the goddess of wind and storms, forever by his side. To this day, when thunder shakes the sky, when lightning splits the night, when flames leap like living beasts, the Yoruba people raise their voices and say, "Kabiyesi Sango, the king who never dies, the god whose fire cleanses the world." Because Sango did not fall. He rose higher than any king before or after, and the sky still roars his name.